You are turned on to Midwest Outdoors magazine. Since 1967, helping people enjoy the outdoors. Sponsored in part by Rapala Lures, Shakespeare Ugly Stick, America's strongest, most sensitive rod, Northwest Ontario, Canada, Abu Garcia, quality rods and reels for life. This week on Midwest Outdoors, bass action on Wisconsin's Lake Mendota with the Fishidy crew, big pike action from Saskatchewan, and walleye from North Dakota's Devil's Lake. It all starts right here, right now.
All right, smallie, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big one too. It is a big one. Oh, these are the Lake Mendota beauties we're after right here. Look at that, get it in the net, yes!
Folks, we're on Lake Mendota near Madison, Wisconsin. I'm with Brian Jensen, the CEO of Fishidy, and that is one sweet smallmouth right there.
And this lake is loaded with them.
Berkeley swim bait.
Good hook
We're a little
set.
bit overcast, supposed to clear off later.
Imagine that.
That's
There
a
we
wonderful
go.
fish.
Marshall Park, I'm definitely marking this one, adding it to the bragging board. Yeah. Oh, I love these Mendota smallies. Oh yeah. There we go.
Nice fish, Brian.
Absolutely, I love these smallies. Little Mendota baby.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish though. What do you got there, Jimmy?
Well, feels a little bit like a smallmouth, but it's hard to tell.
This is awesome. We're fishing Marshall Park. This area is a great area. It's definitely one of the hot spots marked on our map. And yeah, it looks like you got a nice fish there. That is beautiful.
Got him on a Senko worm, Texas rigged. About 8 feet of water.
And that's a small one for this lake.
Oh yeah.
But a nice one nonetheless.
Pretty color.
There you go.
Fish on.
Attaboy, Jim. This transition area, 4 to 7 feet in a relatively short amount of area it changes. That's a nice one. Is that a largemouth?
I think he's a largemouth.
It's a big largemouth. All right. I tell you,
All right.
I mean, these fish are just beautiful. Look at the colors on that one. Oh, it's a nice one. It's a nice
All right,
largemouth.
take your time, Brian.
It's a nice largemouth. Got it, got it. Nice hog. Yes.
Nice.
That's what we're going after. And with this one, I've missed a couple fish today, and I noticed that I've been, you know, pretty on the trigger with the hook sets and kind of going it off to the side. But with these, what I'm really doing is letting that hook settle in its mouth, letting it kind of move, then bury the hook,
Right.
and then let it swim around a little bit before I start reeling it in right away.
You hooked him real well right up there in the top.
Jim, why don't you get a good picture of this one? I'm actually going to submit this one to our bragging board because we got really cool prizes this month. Actually, we have pretty cool prizes every month, but weekly photo contests, nice bass like this will get some votes. It's a fun thing to do, and it's easy. You just mark your catch and submit it to the bragging board.
And you can submit that right through the Fishidy app.
Absolutely. You can do it through the website or the app. It's pretty easy. Just mark your spot, mark your catch, and say yes, submit.
Well, Brian, you've mentioned Fishidy a few times, and we've talked about it today. Could you tell our viewers a little more about Fishidy?
Well, you know, Fishidy is a mobile app and website. And what's great about it is if you have an account, you can use it on your mobile phone or on the website on your computer. And what it does is it has very specific lake information. I'm talking about mapping information, where to find the hot spots, kind of structures, all the stuff like that. In addition, you can post pictures, post your catches. And the great thing about it is it's not your typical fishing forum, because you can actually share just with your buddies, those you trust, or you can keep it completely private, which is nice. So then it becomes your own personal fishing log. We also have lake profiles for thousands of lakes around the country, including saltwater. And what's great about those lake profiles and those waterway profiles is that it includes all the information you want to know about going to a lake. So we're not only going to give you that specific mapping information on locations where you want to go, but we're going to tell you about the acreage, the stocking, the species that are available. We're going to give you a list of general tips for that lake, and that's all for free. We got contests going on all the time.
Right.
And really, the sharing aspect is really what sets it apart.
And how do they get it on their phone or their laptop?
Well, it's actually pretty easy. I mean, you go to the Google Play Store or for your Android phone, or you go to the iTunes Store, you can download it, or you can just go to fishidy.com and create an account. It takes about a minute. right, Jim.
Fish on, feels pretty good. It's taking a little bit of drag. I think it might be a smallmouth.
This is a nice one. Sure you didn't snag a carp?
Could be.
That is a big largemouth.
Oh, yeah.
Right here off Picnic Point, one of the more common fishing spots here on the lake. Definitely one of our marked hot spots. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the kind of fish we've been looking for today. Mixed bag, largemouth and smallies. It's probably about 17, 18 incher, wouldn't you say, Brian?
Absolutely. A couple pounds, that's a keeper for sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful fish. Tell you, this 8 feet, this is smally central.
All right.
Look at this. This is
right,
a
Brian.
little better.
A little bigger, yeah, hang with him.
A little better. Man, I could do this. I could never fish another species the rest of my life. You see, as they get bigger, their eyes get a little less red, a little less intense. And again, this isn't even a big one for out here. This is just a nice fish.
Put up a nice fight though, didn't he?
Oh, they're just so fun. That is a good one.
Feels good, feels good.
Oh yeah. Nice one.
Woo!
That's it, Jim.
That's another nice smallmouth here on Lake Mendota. I'd like to thank Ron Bearfield, our guide that's put us on fish like this all day long. I got Brian Jensen with us, the CEO of Fishidy. Brian, how do they find Fishidy?
Google Play Store, search for Fishidy. iTunes Store, search for Fishidy, or Fishidy.com.
I'm Jim Quinn from Midwest Outdoors. Stay tuned for more action.
I want to take a picture of this one because I want to mark it on my app.
Looking for your window to the outdoors? We have you covered with a Midwest Outdoors magazine subscription. Call now, 1-800-606-FISH, and for the low price of only $14.95, you receive 12 big issues of Midwest Outdoors magazine. Every month, Midwest Outdoors sends you the ultimate fishing and hunting guide to the outdoors. Call 1-800-606-FISH or visit MidwestOutdoors.com to get your ultimate guide to the outdoors. If you don't have one, you need one.
One of the key modes of transportation in northern Saskatchewan is the float plane. As a matter of fact, some people call them the taxis of the north. Hi, I'm Larry Ladowski with Midwest Outdoors, and today I'm up at Wollaston Lake Lodge in northern Saskatchewan, Canada. And Wollaston Lake itself is so huge. It's over 130 miles long. That's like going from Chicago on up past Sheboygan. We wanted to drive up to the northern end of the lake just to catch some of the giant pike that Wollaston Lake is known for. We're gonna finish unloading the plane and go fishing.
There you go, you got it.
I'm dragging me into the weeds. Whoa. Great first fish here.
Just thrashing around there, eh?
Yep. Now early on, I'm gonna talk to you about drags and the right gear. Especially a drag system for a reel. I'm fishing the Abu Revo here. And in order for these big pike, you want to set that hook. And if you set that hook and the drag is way too loose, you're not going to get a good hook set into it. So you want to tighten down that drag.
Very right, Larry. To be able to control them too when they're going to run underneath the boat like that.
Yep. Have my guide Tully manhandle them. Nice job. And we're on the board.
Pop that hook out and let her go.
Beautiful. This
Thrashing.
is a good one.
Yeah?
Yep.
Here he comes by the boat.
Wow. It's hit right in the top of his lip there. You can see here we're fishing weed cover. We're looking for cabbage. This is dark water, stained, very stained, and you can see a lot of these cabbage weeds around. Right now in the summer you're fishing weeds, in the spring you're fishing more bays with rocks. And
Exactly. This is a later on in the year sort of a pattern is these weeds. In the back here we have a spawning bay. So that's where the fish spawn in that warm water, and then as it starts to cool down later in the year, they're moving out into these weeds. And that's where we've been finding them today, Larry.
You know, one of the nice things about Saskatchewan is that there's such a variety. Number one, a variety of species. You got your giant pike that we're after today, but you also have huge lake trout, walleye. They have terrific walleye fishing throughout the province, and then your Arctic grayling is a beautiful fish up in the north. But they also have a variety of lodges. I mean, everything from drive-ins, a lot of fly-ins, and you know, Wollaston is just, you know, one of the cream of the crop. I mean, it's spectacular. They got a 2.5-story main building, dining area that you just come in every night, you just relax and enjoy. Excellent 5-star meals, terrific accommodations. I mean, you have everything you need in your cabin. You got to check them out when you come up here. Oh, there we go. Oh man,
Bright
look
red
at the
fin on that too, hey Larry? Look at that.
Whoa!
Oh, he's just going wild.
Whoa! Just crushed this seismic jig. He dug his face right into the dirt and the mud, right into the bottom.
That's a good Wollaston Lake hog right there. Grab her.
Right on! Yeah! Woo!
There we go, buddy.
Beautiful.
Get that single hook out of there.
Yep. Look at that, right on the top of the snout there, right where you want them.
Look at that, folks.
And this is what we got them on right here.
Yeah.
Little seismic grub there. A little weighted, and all I'm doing is just twitching the shorelines. And I've got a couple of bait cast rods that I've been throwing some booker tails and some meps. We started off that way, and it hasn't been the most aggressive bite. So I usually have a throwback rod, and that's a 7-foot medium heavy spinning rod that I use. Got a 1/2 ounce Kalin's jig, and then a seismic shad. It's ribbed for high vibration, and then it's also got this paddle tail. It should really move through the water nicely.
There's one.
That is a big fish.
Wow.
All the way through. Oh man. Oh. Wow.
Look at that pike.
That's beautiful.
Unreal.
That's what we came for, buddy.
It's almost got that
It's
silver
like a
tinge
silver,
to it, right?
Yeah. Whoa, there it goes.
Hey.
Woo! And this is what we come to Wollaston and northern
Right there.
Saskatchewan for, right there, folks. Awesome.
That's a great fish.
That is. Great fight, great fish. That's what the North Woods of Saskatchewan is all about. And I want to thank this guy, Michael Tully, for joining me today fishing. I also want to thank Wollaston Lake Lodge for hosting us, and Sask Tourism as well. Midwest Outdoors, we're right back. I'm Larry Ladowski. We'll catch you later. Yes, buddy.
Awesome.
Yes.
Good one, Larry.
Looking for your window to the outdoors? We have you covered with a Midwest Outdoors magazine subscription. Call now, 1-800-606-FISH, and for the low price of only $14.95, you receive 12 big issues of Midwest Outdoors magazine. Every month, Midwest Outdoors sends you the ultimate fishing and hunting guide to the outdoors. Call 1-800-606-FISH or visit MidwestOutdoors.com to get your ultimate guide to the outdoors. If you don't have one, you need one.
Hey folks, today on Midwest Outdoors, we're here in Devil's Lake catching walleye or anything that'll bite. Looks like we're bringing in a nice walleye here, just a good eater. Pretty typical, you know, them 14, 15-inch fish. Great for the frying pan. Doing bottom bouncing up here today. It's pretty flat out today. Putting a little bit of movement onto the spinner blades, trying to get a little bit of action and picking up some nice fish doing it. Hopefully we'll tie into a few bigger ones. This is a nice one. We're gonna send him back, let him grow up a little bit.
Here's a nice
I'll get
bite.
the net.
This one feels like he's got a little more girth to him.
Good deal.
Be interesting to see what's on the other end of the line here. Staying down like a walleye.
It is a walleye. It's a
A
beauty.
nice walleye.
That's a beauty. Nice job, Tanner.
Thank you. We're really developing a pattern here now.
That white seems to be
Yeah.
just dynamite today.
This white spinner is just seems to be the key right now.
he's staying down nice. Maybe he ain't that little. He didn't hit very hard. He just sucked on it a little bit. So we'll pull him up here, and oh boy, we got a nice walleye here. Walleyes are pretty notorious for a light bite. They don't hit it hard. But as you can see, you know, there's a beauty. Nice little 16-inch Devil's Lake walleye right there for you. Oh, here we go. Another Devil's Lake walleye. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at the color on him. One thing, you know, I want to mention, you know, here in Devil's Lake, we don't really have a size limit per se. It's kind of the discretion of the angler, but you know, you catch a few of these smaller fish like this, it's good to just put them back. It's good for next year. The daily limit is 5 on these walleyes, and you can have 10 in possession. So if you're up here for a couple days, you can take 10 back home with you and put in the freezer.
It's a walleye. He had that little.
This one here might be big enough. We might want to net him.
Here's another great Devil's Lake walleye for you. Perfect eater size. As John mentioned earlier, there is no size limit on walleyes here. And another thing I'd like to touch on is there is no closed season. You can come here any time of the year and you can catch fish whenever you want, winter, summer, spring, fall. Another one to add to the box here.
Another fish here, we just hooked into one. We don't know what it is yet. It feels pretty nice. It's a pike. Oh. It's a walleye and a pike attached to it. Check that out.
Tanner, get the net.
Get the net. Let's net both of them. Look at this, folks. This is incredible. About an 8-pound pike comes up and hits a 13-inch walleye. And the walleye is still alive and the pike is in the net. Hey, Tanner, tell me, this has got a hook in his mouth, and the pike bit the walleye that's got a hook in its mouth. Is there a regulation on this?
You know, I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know what we're going to do here. I think we better do some releasing on these.
I would say so.
Look at that, folks. Look at that. Look at the head on that thing. I think it's a football almost. Look at the size of that. Isn't that a nice one? Beautiful, beautiful. This is something typical you can get in the summertime, and you can get them all seasons, like Tanner said. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. This one really almost jerked the rod out of my hand. Might be a pike or else it's a nice walleye. We don't know yet. We're kind of just getting him up here, and it's a walleye. It's a big one. I need the net. I need the net. We got a big walleye here, guys. Big walleye. Big walleye.
Nice fish, John.
You know, and there's just couple of us, you know, and the cameraman in the boat today, but you know, what about like family fun? Geez, you know, you could bring up your family here and tootle along. You can jig for these fish. You can bobber for these fish. You know, the kids love the bobbers. You know, it's kind of a real nice thing to see that bobber go down, and the kids just get so excited. And to be honest with you, I do too when I see the bobbers go down. It's just a blast.
When you're done with a full day of fishing, there's a lot of other things to do in the Devil's Lake area. You know, we have this summer we started a new thing where we're putting outdoor movies in the park every couple weeks. You can bring your kids out and they can come out and watch movies outside in the park and enjoy the nice evening. You know, not only is this lake good for fishing, you know, there's also a lot of places you can go swimming and sit on the beach and enjoy the nice view. There's also, you know, Sully's Hill is a very good place to bring out kids, and you can have a picnic out there, go do some hiking, and even see some elk and bison and different things out there. It's very nice out there. You know, for your history buffs here, there's a lot to do in Devil's Lake. We have the Forgotten State Historic Site. There's a lot of neat buildings out there. We do also have the old Post Office Museum, which is now the Lake Region Heritage Center. And if you'd like to find out more information about what to do in the area, visit devilslakend.com.
One thing that's nice, you know, here in Devil's Lake, you know, we've got a lot of public cleaning stations and things like that, fish cleaning stations. And 2 years ago, they built an all-seasons cleaning station there they're right in Devil's Lake, right next to Ed's on Highway 20 South. And it makes it nice, you know, in the summertime you can clean them, but also in the wintertime, you know, when it's cold out, you can walk in there and it works great.
There are also a couple facilities around the area that also have their own fish cleaning stations. For instance, Woodland Resort has their own, and also the Sleep Inn Hotel. Got another nice fish on here. It's staying down. That's a nice walleye.
That's a nice walleye. I'll get the net. That's a nice fish there. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful.
There we go.
Nice fish. Beautiful. Look at him.
We had a blast today out here. You can visit us on the website at devilslakend.com, where you can find more information to plan your vacation up here in Devil's Lake. I'm Tanner Cherney with John Adams here with Midwest Outdoors. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Different colored lenses can enhance your vision depending on lighting conditions. The smoke gray lenses are excellent for glare and they do not distort colors. They're great for bright light. These red-hued Vermilion lenses are great for low light conditions. They sharpen contrast and brighten targets. These light rust-colored lenses filter out blue light waves, which are the chief components of glare and haze. They're great for defining targets in medium to low light. Wiley X has a variety of different lens colors matched to your lighting conditions. To find out more, go to wileyx.com. I'm Steve Ledden with your Midwest Outdoors Tip of the Week.
Closed captioning of Midwest Outdoors, sponsored by Midwest Outdoors Magazine, on your newsstand now, and the all-new MidwestOutdoors.com, loaded with video, articles, and TV episodes.